Hi everyone, Darwin here. Welcome back to the Totywee Workshop. Well, one of the things we make here are engraved mallets.
You can make these mallets completely by hand, but we use the CNC, the router, drill press. We use a bunch of different materials, primarily walnut, oak, and ash, which we've milled up at Sparbury Farm. I've got a couple of videos showing us milling, and I'll link to those in the comments below.
And then what we do is we take them back to the CNC and we put an engraving on them, something like this. This is my guiding mallet. We also do things like make door handles out of them. So what we're looking at doing today is finishing off a few of the mallets. I've got some blanks that I've already carved out on the CNC. And we're going to add some holes and some shot to make them Deadblow mallets. Come along for the ride.
The first thing I wanted to do was get a sense of the weights I was dealing with. I know I said shot, but these are actually 1/4-inch stainless steel bearing balls. They were cheaper, so I went with that. The bag came in at just over 3 kilo, which is about 6 2/3 pounds. So I have about 300 grams or 2/3 of a pound available for each mallet. But eyeballing it, it looked like the mallets would only fit about 200 grams of the bearings. This blister pack just happened to be the perfect size so I can lay it out on the mallet and figure out where I had to drill. There's a lot of moving tools around when you have a Totywee workshop. Try it out for size, and perfect. Get a sense of the size of the dowels. And try to cut them out. Just going to add a small taper to the end of each of them so that they'll go through the mallet easier. You can get one of these dowel insertion platforms at your local building center. It's in the wood section. There is some assembly required. It helps prevent me from driving dowels into the workbench. So at a certain point I realized that the ash center of my mallet was softer than the hard maple dowels that I was using. Take a look at the Janka scale, you see what I'm talking about. Sounds good. 9 more to go. So I've got 10 rough mallets. Now I have to sand them. I'm going to use my Orbital sander in my Orbital sander jig. You can see how I did that in another video, and I'll put that link in the comments below as well. One of the mallets cracked on me as I was hammering a dowel through it. Either the wood was too weak, or the dowel was too thick, or the hole was too small, but whatever the case, I fixed it here with some epoxy. I had the piece, and I'll use this maybe for myself. Replace the one I damaged hammering dowels in. The next step is to add a chamfer to all the sides, and I do that using a router. I'd set the blade of the bit to be about 3/16 away from the edge of the wood, and on my test piece that gave me a really nice chamfer, so I'm going to go with that. Well, I'm really pleased with how these turned out. A little bit of finished sanding, and then they're ready for engraving on the CNC. Hey, thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're enjoying the videos, consider hitting the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.